MacVoices is supported by ATTO. When you choose ATTO for Mac connectivity, you can connect with confidence. ATTO has more than 30 years of experience providing Mac network and storage products and support around the globe. Have confidence in your connectivity. Choose ATTO. Learn more at atto.com. Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices in San Jose at AltConf and WWDC. Folks, last year we talked to Aleksey of Slip about an app that was pretty much at that point just coming out. This year he was back as a sponsor of SJ Mac Indy, and we get to talk to him now about what's new with Slip. Aleksey, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, Chuck.
So tell me, what's new with Slip? You've been working on it, obviously. It has come a long way since last year.
Yes, last year got a lot of great feedback from people that tried out Slip and used Slip. And it was also very exciting to see people very excited about it. One of the things that I learned last year is that people have different kinds of information they want to share with different kinds of people. And so I've added the idea of personas. So you can set up different personas for yourself to share different information in different contexts. And these personas, you can label them whatever you want. And so you can have a persona for work, you can have a persona for consulting if you also work as a consultant, you can have one as a soccer coach, you can have one for dating. There's just lots of different ways that you can set up your contact information so you're not sharing everything with everybody.
So I can be Bruce Wayne or I can be Batman.
That's right, right. And if you want to use your Batman nickname, you can do that.
There you go. Yeah. Before we go further, I apologize, but I think we probably should tell folks what Slip is for those that maybe didn't see the interview last year or are not familiar with the app.
Sure. Slip is a very simple and easy way to exchange contact information between two people. And most importantly, it is secure and private. And for people who might have heard of Bump in the past, I tell people it's like a bump but without the bump. And it just uses peer-to-peer Bluetooth to securely exchange contact information with people that you meet. So you don't have to worry about mistyping somebody's email or phone number. And it's just very, very fast. So that's basically what Slip is for face-to-face networking and secure, fast contact exchange. One of the things that I slowly started to appreciate is that it's not a very useful app if everybody doesn't have it. And it's really not reasonable to meet somebody and say, let's stay in touch. Oh, you don't have Slip? Why don't you just download it and then we'll use Slip? That's the thing I don't want to have happen. I want for people to exchange contact information and then get back to their conversation right away. And so I have been spending all this time to make Slip more useful as a standalone app, and I'm going to continue with that through the summer. The one feature that's in Slip right now is the ability to have a QR code. And so I'm just going to bring it up here. I don't know if they'll see it on screen, but you get a QR code on screen for your particular persona, and it's a V card. And then anybody with their iPhone using the camera app, or even Google Lens on Android, can just point their camera at the QR code and get your contact information. So you don't have to wait for the other person to get Slip. They don't have to get Slip at all. But it makes it really useful for you because you don't have to have any business cards. Slip becomes your virtual business card. You just display the QR code and they've got your contact information.
That's a fascinating little, it's not quite a pivot because obviously Slip still works if we both have Slip. But the idea of expanding it that way, and it definitely would make it more attractive for me to use even if you don't have it. So yeah, that's and now you also are running cross-platform as well easily.
Yes, it's for me it's a real benefit because I actually even though Slip is my own app, I don't actually spend a lot of time trying to get people to download Slip who I meet. I will often just let them get my contact information through the QR code. Embedded in that V card is a link to Slip. So if they have the curiosity or the time to get Slip later, they can when they might have a better network connection or they have the curiosity.
So Slip is, well, first of all, last year I remember it was probably the app that impressed me the most here at AltConf that I saw, because it was so slick and so easy, and now you've just taken it to another level. But also, as I recall, you don't charge for Slip?
That's correct. Slip is free, and it will stay free because I want everybody to have it. And I will look at other kinds of premium features that I will add in later to generate revenue. But I'm not that concerned about generating revenue right now. I'm really focused on security and privacy because it's your data and it's your privacy. And so I don't plan to do any kind of advertising either. And but just to kind of reveal a little bit of what's coming later this summer, I am planning to build in business card scanning. Even though Slip does very well at securely exchanging contact information between two people, that's the new world. And there's still this legacy world out there where people use business cards. And so I want to help people bridge that gap from the legacy world of business cards to using their smartphones and virtual cards. And so I'll charge for that capability. But more importantly, I want everybody to get Slip, and I've got a whole bunch of new features that I'm going to add over time. And I think it's going to be really exciting. And so I'm not worried about it being free for right now.
Well, that's always the question, because I want to, with something like Slip, I want to see it continue. I want to see it thrive. And the reality is that you have to make money somehow on it. And so I'm kind of relieved to hear that you have a plan to monetize it down the road for, if nothing else, just certain features.
Yes, it's right now it's just I'm in this phase of development where I'm building a product and we'll soon be building a company, and the real breakthrough will happen once an Android version of Slip comes out, because that's going to create a lot of different kinds of opportunities, business opportunities. And so I know there's a future for Slip that's going to be sustainable, and just have to get through this early development phase to get there.
Well, it was so great to see Slip's logo up on the SJ Mac Indy screen as a supporter and a sponsor, because I felt like, okay, that's going to give you visibility, and it did at the very first developer event of the WWDC week. So I thought that was amazing, and you got up, you gave a short, simple message, and then got off stage and let people continue with their networking.
Yeah, I was thrilled at the response. People were very excited to see how Slip worked and how easy it was and how fun it was. To see two devices that just magically get the same color and pattern to indicate that two people have a secure private connection. I've been seeing that for years now, but I forget how magical that is when people see it for the first time. And I was just very thrilled at the whole response. The next day, just looking at the app download metrics, there was probably close to half the people attending had downloaded Slip, and so I'm so excited at that level of enthusiasm.
That's great. Well, so the website where folks can learn more about Slip, and of course, obviously, it's in the App Store, but where do they go to learn more?
So go to slip2.me, slip the numeral 2.me, and there's a link there to the App Store, and then there's a very short description of how to set up Slip to use as a QR code to share as a virtual business card, and then a brief set of instructions on how to use Slip between two people that have Slip.
Perfect. Aleksey, it's good to see you. Next year, back here, right here?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. I'll look forward to see what happens next year.
All right. Thanks, Chuck.
Thank you. Folks, we'll have more from AltConf and WWDC in San Jose. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.